second quarter. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run here with Ballage. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go, D, get off the field. Red 80.
Hey, high 7.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got wide. Mike 55, Mike 55. All right, T, let's hit that.
Darnold from the gun. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Darnold now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check it out.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold now to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Darnold. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Darnold. This to Jarwin. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A first down throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike 52. Red 80. So we got man.
Hey, Echo.
Again, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Red 80. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Five.
We won.
Darnold to throw again. And this is caught by Watkins. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
Darnold from the red zone now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Mike. We're going to sign. Mike 55. Hey, eat. What? Young lady. Watch the fly.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go again. Red 80. Check, check. Yo, 80.
Hey, Delta.
55. Danny. 55 is my guy. It's it.
Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Hundley, going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Defense wins championships, baby. Oh, lady.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
You don't want none. Hey, yo, lady. Seeing me. You don't want it. Check 9, check 9. Slam.
Greystone, travel.
Yo, lady.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. He's got Herndon, his tight end. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2. return, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
I'm scared. Ready? Mike 52. Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Play action. It's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block that.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already Any slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And Jennings has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. This is Hunt. And Allen to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I'm here all day. Lady. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, it's Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Lady.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go.
To throw is Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
I'm here all day. Shift. Man, Eddie.
Now it's Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Anderson, a first down and more. He's got it. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, it's all around. Lady, lucky. Mike 50 touch.
They'll try to run with Hunt. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Mike's 50. 180. It's just me and you.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Dolphins, and even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jerome Baker picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mike 52.
Hey, Foxtrot.
After the sack on first down, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We call that sack block.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Darnold. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.